You, my friends, are following in the very footsteps of history. Human beings simply aren't built to function at the cruising altitude of a 747. Our bodies will be literally dying.
Hi, welcome again to another episode of FCKL. This week we'll be reviewing a movie that's been in the cinemas for quite some time actually, but still current. It's a movie titled Everest.
It stars Jason Clarke,
from
among others. He was in Terminator Genesis.
Yes.
Jake Gyllenhaal, who everybody knows, George Brolin, Sam Worthington, Robin Wright, Keira Knightley, Emily Watson, among others. It revolves around an expedition to Mount Everest in 1996. I think around that period, they opened up expeditions to Everest. You don't have to go under your country. So sort of privateers can go and climb.
So this guy Rob and his partner had set up this thing, a venture consultants I think it was, to bring people up to the summit of Everest.
Yeah, I think the main protagonist, the main character is Rob and his expedition group to go up Everest, and it is pitched as a true story, right? So anyway, how do you like the movie?
Well, okay, you see, right. So I think the main character in the movie is the mountain itself.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The main character. Hence, the movie is called
Everest.
Everest.
You know? So, like you said, the cinematography and all that is brilliant. And apparently, I read after that their second unit actually went to Everest, went to base camp to actually shoot live footage that's not CGI.
Yep.
So that's great. The backstories were, backstories.
I think that if I had a problem with the movie was the backstories. All the female characters were sort of relegated to bit parts.
The supporting roles or just walk-ons?
Yeah, supporting roles, because everybody is a supporting role to the mountain. Right. Yeah. They are then relegated further down.
Yeah.
Because there were so many characters that were vying for some time in the movie. I think they chose the characters that I didn't give a damn about. And the worst part is that the Sherpas, who are actually native of Nepal, and they have just background roles in the whole movie, right? You only see them carrying stuff. You don't hear a peep from them. I just felt as though it's a very Caucasian slanted movie, whereby everybody else, which are non-Caucasian, have really very, very little to do with the whole movie.
Yeah, well, but then the target audience being what it is, right? Obviously, it would be the Americans would be where the film's targeted at anyway. So they're not going to sympathize for
a Japanese woman,
or the Sherpas.
Yeah, she can die.
You're just being biased, but okay, I tell you what. But then I liked it. There is that part about the whole how they managed to get the majesty of the mountain, and also at the same time also made me think, why the fuck would you climb it? Yet at the same time, I know if I actually had the skills, I would do it too.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps I'm biased in the sense that I am not much of this natural disaster type movie.
Yeah.
And the only real mountain snow movie that I liked was the one with the rugby team.
Alive.
Where the cannibal.
Where they eat their teammates.
Yes. Yeah, that to me is the ultimate. I thought in terms of drama, that had more drama and that for me. How many stars would you give it though?
I'd give it 3.5. I found it extremely enjoyable. If you ignore the fact that it's all white guys and whatnot, they do allow you to develop some sympathy. At least for Jason Clarke, at the very least, your butt does get clenched a bit.
Yeah, butt clenching. Yes. There was.
Right, so it was enjoyable in that sense.
I'll give it 3. I think it's a bit middling for me. To be fair, I enjoyed Rob's background story. I mean, Rob, he's a likable character, and Jason Clarke played him really well.
Yep.
We are speaking about him in past tense. So, but yeah, I mean, if you've really got nothing to do, if you can still catch it in the cinema, go and watch it in the cinema.
That's it.
Bye.